I am here today to talk about the top 5 limiting beliefs around success. Through personal experience, through talking to my clients, from having just regular conversations with family, friends, and strangers, I have identified these top 5 limiting beliefs that hold people back from success. Some of which I actually had to deal with myself. We have all failed at something, right? Big or small, we have all not gotten the result we desired. But I want to let you in on a little secret, a little tip that not many people think about. And that is that oftentimes what's in the way of you succeeding isn't anything physical. It isn't a person. It's your own limiting beliefs. The thing about limiting beliefs is that you can't always just realize you have them. They are in your subconscious mind, deep within your psyche. And so you have to identify that they are there. You have to identify the specific ones. And for more information on how to do that, watch my video of the 3-step process to identify your limiting beliefs. But I am here today to talk about the top 5 limiting beliefs around success. Perhaps the very ones that are in the way of your success. Through personal experience, through talking to my clients, from having just regular conversations with family, friends, and strangers, I have identified these top 5 limiting beliefs that hold people back from success. Some of which I actually had to deal with myself. And then after I go over those top 5 limiting beliefs, I will show you how to rid of them through a technique called reframing. The first limiting belief many people have, perhaps even without knowing it, is that they believe that you have to be greedy to be successful. You know, in the media you see all of these stories about how rich, successful people underpay their employees and they don't treat them right, or you hear about how these big corporations are having tax fraud problems, right? You hear about all this negative things, or all of these negative things and all of these negative situations revolving around successful and wealthy people. Or perhaps when you were younger, you were told in some way that it is selfish to be successful. That you have to put your needs in front of others in order to make it ahead. Or that successful and rich people do bad things in order to get there. All of these ideas and the media, they all shape this belief that you have to be greedy to be successful. I call BS. The second limiting belief that people hold around success is that they don't believe that they are anything special, that they don't have anything special to offer. Again, I call BS. You are a unique individual with experiences no one else has experienced, perceptions and perspectives that nobody else has. You have been through situations and dealt with them in a very unique manner that only you could have done. You have something to offer. If you've ever heard the phrase that everybody knows something that you don't, and so you can learn from anyone or everyone, that counts for you too. You know things that others don't, and therefore you can provide value. There have been challenges that you have faced in life that you have dealt with in your own unique way. If there is a problem, if there is a challenge that you have gone through, that other people too have gone through or are going through or will go through, you have insight, and that is valuable. And as we're going through this, if you have your own limiting beliefs around success popping up, I would love to hear what they are. Please comment them below so that I can add to this list of top 5. The third top limiting belief that I hear in some word or another, in some way of saying it or another, is that I am not worthy. Is there someone going around deeming people worthy of success? I'd love to meet that person because they are a hoax. There's no one going around deeming people. You are successful, or you are worthy. You are not. You are worthy. False, right? You are born worthy. You are born worthy of happiness, of success, of prosperity, of experience. You are born worthy. It is an inherent right. You are born with this right to be worthy. You are worthy, all right? And if there is someone in your life right now that is making you feel unworthy, or that is telling you that you are not worthy, cut them out. We don't have time for that, okay? That is not acceptable. Those are not the people you want to surround yourself with, okay? And perhaps you feel unworthy because of your past, because you've made a mistake in your past or something. But let me remind you that you are not who you were. You are who you are now. In each moment, we are a different person because we've gained more experience, we have gained different insight, we have gone through different lessons, right? We are new each moment. You are not who you were when you made that mistake. You don't need to live there. You can live here, now, with me, waiting for yourself to succeed. The fourth limiting belief that people seem to have around success is that they believe that they're gonna have to give up all of their free time, their time with their friends, their time with their family, and work tirelessly night and day and night and day and every weekend in order to succeed. Have you ever heard of the phrase, work smart, not hard? Right? There are so many things that you can do in order to optimize your time. Okay, you can outsource, you can invest in a good calendar, right? You can batch work, you can prioritize, time manage, right? You can learn all of these skills. You can work smart, not hard, all right? There are people that work 40 hours or less that are more successful than you, or that have the level of success that you desire, right? And of course there's that true phrase, you get out what you put in, but I want you now to think about quality of time spent versus quantity of time spent. So if you're spending 60 hours a week and good amount of those hours are just trying to figure out what to do next, or like bustling around because you forgot something, you know, that's not quality time spent. That's just adding up the quantity of time you're going to spend working. Quality of time has to do with time management and prioritizing and all of those things, making sure you get the best and the most out of the hours that you are going to dedicate to work, which don't need to exceed the average work week. And the fifth top limiting belief around success is that there are already too many people doing what you want to do. Have you ever had this happen to you, where you were given this piece of advice, right? And you're like, oh yeah, good piece of advice. And you were given the same piece of advice over and over, right? But it wasn't until that last person said it to you in the exact context and in the exact way that they said it to you that it actually clicked in your head. Or perhaps you really liked a quote and it resonated with you, but then you went through this experience and that quote meant something completely different to you. It is because there's more than one person saying the same thing. If only one person said something, only some people would resonate with it. Somebody is waiting for you to do it, say it, be it, experience it, optimize it in the way that you're going to do it, okay? There is someone out there that needs to hear it from you, not from the people they've heard it from already, because it hasn't yet clicked. But the way that you'll say it or do it or be it or experience it or optimize it is going to be the way for that person, for that it to click in their head, right? You have a unique experience you're bringing to the table. Everything you've experienced in life, everything you've gone through, all the lessons you've learned, all the ways in which you have been able to do things, all of the ways in which you have figured out a better way to do things can be value for someone. Whether it be you going into business for yourself or whether you are going to be an employee for somebody, you are going to bring value nobody else can because nobody else can be you. Okay? And so it doesn't matter how many people are already doing what you do. You know how many accountants there are in the world? Okay? And one person can go to like 4 different accountants and only one of those accountants is really going to resonate with that person and make that person feel safe with them. All right? Not everyone is for everyone, and therefore you can be that someone for someone, right? That someone that has been searching and searching for whatever you do, accounting, computer software, content making, right? You are going to do it differently than anyone else has and can because nobody else is you. And therefore, you are going to resonate with someone that someone else can't. All right, so how do we get over all of these top 5 limiting beliefs? Well, first you can go back to my video that I previously mentioned, and that gives one technique, but another technique is, I'm getting really excited, is called reframing. So you take those top 5 beliefs and you reframe them. So let's just use the first one for an example. And the first one was that only greedy people are successful. A way to reframe that in your mind is to literally go to Google and search wealthy people doing good in the world. And that teaches your brain like, oh wait, that belief that I held is not true. Because look at all of these great people, Bill Gates being one example, that are doing amazing things. Okay, so that is how you reframe things. You basically just prove yourself wrong, all right? And you could do that with the beautiful power of the internet. And so I hope this video gave you some insight. I hope it maybe helped you realize something that is holding you back, that is not physical, but within, that you can now reframe. And again, if you have another limiting belief around success that I didn't list, please mention it in the comments below so I can add to this top 5 list. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your successful day.